Oh, standing this far away from the camera. I like pacing while thinking, and I'm starting to get to that point. Feeling pretty good, so I'm gonna do that. Old wisdom with new eyes. Ah, yes, that's about rationalism. Write a script. I do need to write the script and make it personal. Last time I did get right into it. Yeah, my vision used to be amazing. I used to be able to like read the chat. Now I've got a little bit of astigmatism. Yeah, I guess I could look at this. Notes. The script thing is important. I think that might be the first split is writing out a script, and then I can start memorizing a script, working the script, expanding my idea the way I am. Does work. I have gotten better at it. It does work as my ad hoc idea. Okay. Face to face, looking. I need to make little effigies of people pretending a group. I'm thinking I haven't eaten in a while. I'm doing a fast for. I've gotten extremely picky with my work and morality. It's like every time I test a biblical tenet, and like not test it as in testing God, just doing a leap of faith and trusting it, I find success. So I'm doing a fast, so to speak, in that I'm not eating. I'm refusing to do work just for food. It's no longer ethical to me. I don't have to. I'm allowed to say no, so I'm saying no to a whole host of different types of work. There is work that I'd be willing to do. I don't think, from what I've heard, they're not going to be willing to accept me because of my faith. Leviticus 19:27, the beard and hair will throw them off. The camera angle here will not help. Having multiple cameras will help me get my eyes moving. That's a good habit. This is going to be a 8-minute stream. The last 5 minutes of every stream will be a recital. Yeah. Posture. That's a new note. Make that note next time. I'm recording with a lapel mic. I have been recording with a different mic, so I need to find out which of my mics is best. I have a feeling they're going to be the same. The difference is the other mic has a jack for headphones, so it works for certain things. This one works for other things. I know the other mics I have are on the headphones, and they're absolute trash. Yeah. Yeah. So the old wisdom with new eyes. That's a good title. Really, I should make a note of that. That's as a potential title. I was just making that as a note because I was arguing against rationalism rejecting God, the scientific method rejecting God. Okay. You are not what you could be. You have loads of habits that you could be working on. You could be developing yourself into a better person. You do. Like, fair enough. There's plenty of ways that, fair enough, that's to Peterson. There's many things that you do that there are many efforts you do make. They don't seem to, often they don't work. You have this idea that you expand upon and you don't use it to the full capability of your knowledge and your wisdom. But at the very least, you learn to expand your knowledge and wisdom to a degree. You're stumbling around in the world with nothing to guide you. You find your instinct drives you, and this is human instinct from tribal days and chaos. And our human instinct has gotten more complex and structured since then. But the current world and the internet and the atmosphere has allowed, has just triggered a whole bunch of chaos epigenetics and signals in our brains. And you know this to be true, and you know there's more you could be doing. There's more you could be doing with your life, with what you want to do. These habits you have are founded on different beliefs. Now, if you believe in God already, then you might be rejecting science because there's so many associative members within the scientific community who themselves within the community reject you. And that's the associative fallacy. You're losing a whole bunch of the potential power of this new metric given to us. And it's foolish. More common is, more to be addressed is them. Rather than moving on in the world with the ancient wisdom, all the answers our ancestors discovered. They look at the colorful language and the way it evolved, the context and the form it takes, which is from the way it evolved, and they reject it, and they lose all of the competitive advantages that they could be getting from it. It's foolish. You with the scientific method. That doesn't mean the godly stories don't have wisdom. Maybe it doesn't mean there's a corporeal God. That's up for debate. But what it isn't up for debate is that these old stories and strategies are there for a reason. As ancient peoples traveled, they looked at the stars. The stars were used for navigating. They still often are as an emergency situation. We train our navies and we use them for navigating in space, theoretically. Even in our simulations of space or video games, you still use the stars for navigation. And in order to remember the different wisdom that they had discovered, they stored that wisdom in a story, something that made it more salient, something that made it more extravagant. And the groups that followed certain stories outcompeted other groups. And as these different stories and groups intermingled and competed, the ones that led individuals and groups to the most success outcompeted the others. And then we started forming civilizations. And early civilizations had many deities. And these deities competed in the same fashion, but the environment was different. Now these stories of wisdom are different strategies for this new environment. They were all outcompeted by different versions. And the one that came to the top, that rose to the top, the one that led to the maximum individual and group success, is the one that it has ancient wisdom. There's no need to throw that out. If you throw that out, you lose things. Like game theory was discovered in the last 100 years. So if you reject the Bible as having some serious value, then you're going to lose that. And in the Bible, that's the golden rule. 2,000 years ago, you'll get that wisdom from it. And it's just fundamentally foolish to reject that, even just because of the way it's colored. Even if you don't believe in a corporeal God, God exists. Metaphysical character that has a real impact on the way people behave. Because it has an impact on the way people behave, the character, at the very least, exists in not just imaginary space, but metaphysical space in the real world. Imaginary space has real impact on real space, and you're losing all of that when you throw it out. It's foolish, and there's, when you start looking into it, there's so many instincts you have towards things that are coded in the book. Anyway, that's all I've got. Soundbite might be too short.